wrangling, and I'm talking, when I gotta talk to retards, I'm gonna say slug.
Okay, everything you said was completely fucking retarded. When it comes to the ways
that right there, Bunk. When have I opened any of my argument? Let him respond. Let him respond. Ember. No, I will not let him fucking respond.
The same way that you can make the statement incest is wrong without every single situation where incest occurs being wrong, I can make the statement that eating meat is wrong.
I cannot think of an instance in which incest is not wrong. Can you please provide me the example?
Sure. Let's say that there are two homosexual brothers. They are separated at a young age, and eventually they meet up during college. They end up fucking without even knowing that they're both biological brothers, and they never find out at any point in time afterwards. Why would that be morally wrong?
Well, because it's morally wrong when you have two people who willfully know that they are related and still engaging in sexual activity. What you're describing is not incest. I don't believe what you're describing is incest.
Two biological brothers fucking is incest. What do you think incest is?
Okay, but these two men cannot produce a child.
Wait. What do you think incest is?
There is no...
Oh my god, this is a normal chat. This is a normal person chat. Okay, this is a normal live stream. Yeah. We're having a normal conversation. We're being normal people.
If you win the science argument, Bunk, I'm going to give you my hillbilly answer, which is that I did not climb to the top of the food chain to be a vegetarian. I'm sorry. I'm going to eat my meat.
You can
That's
climb?
My justification for when I rape dogs, but I'm just throwing that out.
Oh my fucking god, Bunk!
And now I have to disavow Bunk. Okay, so I am officially the Tard Wrangler. I got it. All right.
That's actually the.
Are you all entertained now? You all entertained now?
Wait. Okay, now feel like I'm misconstrue that. That's a reference to an argument that I make a lot of the time. I will make the statement that for the same reasons that raping a dog is wrong, eating meat is wrong. Those are the same things, the same reason.
That is not the same reason because I grew up hunting and fishing and doing all that kind of stuff, and like you can't maybe the way that mass meat is produced you can argue is wrong, but you can't argue that eating meat is wrong.
Well, when we're talking about eating meat being wrong, we're talking about 99.9% of given situations. So let me give you an example of something, okay? Do you think that incest is wrong?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you think that we can imagine a situation where incest wouldn't be morally wrong action? Where why did we go from
CJ being a doxer to
I feel like you're baiting me into some strongman argument. So let me ask you this, Bunk. Do you disavow people that hunt and fish and trap their own meat?
No, I think it's totally fine.
Okay, good. Then
I think it's totally fine. But the reason that saying eating meat is wrong is a correct statement is going to be the same reason that I could say incest is wrong would be a correct statement, right? It's just not going to be a categorical rule that we follow. It's just going to be a general statement about things. But
I don't agree with the statement that eating meat is wrong. You can say the way that we farm our meat is wrong. You can say that there are unethical practices in mass production of meat, but eating meat, the act of eating meat, there is nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Are you allowed to fuck the chicken?
My body is biologically designed to eat meat. My body is not biologically designed for incest. There is a reason why you have genetic defects in incest as a result of incest.
What do you mean by biologically designed?
Oh my god.
Okay, look at your teeth. Bunk, look at your teeth. Your teeth are designed to be an omnivore.
What the fuck?
Right, because I'm wrangling and I'm talking, when I gotta talk to retards, I'm gonna say slug.
When we're talking about, so just give me 1 second, slug. So when we're talking about whether we have some kind of moral imperative to do something, some kind of argument from nature isn't going to be a good one. So when you say something is designed for something, that implies some kind of intent behind the design. I don't think that we have intent. Additionally, you could say oh, your body isn't designed for incest. Well, you can perform incest with your body. There's no reason you can't do that.
There are biological disadvantages to incest where I don't agree that there are biological advantages to eating correct portions of meat.
Well, there are going to be advantages, morally speaking, to eating vegan, right? The same way that there's going to be advantages, morally speaking, to not fucking your sister.
And, okay, so what is the moral advantage that you feel that you have to not eat meat?
Why is it that
the moral advantage is that I think that suffering, the qualia experience with an unpreferable experience, so qualia just meaning I'm not talking to my stream. Qualia means the feeling you have with experience. So we could say an experience is something and then there's something that we feel during an experience. That's what I'm talking about. The dispreferable experience that is there, we tend to value that. That seems to be something that we value when we're using moral talk, right? It's bad to be tortured because of the dispreferable experience.
You don't have to fluff it for me, Bunk. Just tell me your point.
Okay, my point is that we think that harming animals is wrong. right? And the same reason that it's wrong to like rape a cow, for example, it'd be wrong to rape a cow to produce meat.
And so I would say to that argument that the same reason why you don't think hunting is bad, that is the same reason why eating meat is not bad. Because as a woman from the South, probably a good 75% of my meat consumption comes from what we trap, kill, hunt.
Oh my God,
Okay,
can of bubble tea, let's go!
Oh my God, just give me 1 second. It's great that that's the case for you. That's not the case for a majority of people who eat meat. Is that correct?
Yes, but what I'm saying is that you are disavowing the consumption of meat and not the... No, I'm not.
You asked me this earlier in the conversation. You're forgetting. I said that I don't have a problem with people hunting meat.
No, but you're talking about the act of eating meat being the problem, and I'm saying the act of eating meat is not...
No, what I'm talking about is the act of buying meat. That's what I'm talking about. That's
so you have a fair argument to make there.
Yeah,
so word choice is important, I guess. Word choice is important.
I feel like most people understand.
I can say that there are a lot of unethical practices in the mass consumption.
Very wild out there situation, right?
And that's fair.
Am I allowed to make a human sacrifice?
No, shut the fuck up, Slug, for 2 seconds, okay? The same way that you can make the statement incest is wrong without every single situation where incest occurs being wrong, I can make the statement that eating meat is wrong.
I cannot think of an instance in which incest is not wrong. Can you please provide me the example?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's say that
here.
there are two homosexual brothers. They are separated at a young age, and eventually they meet up during college. They end up fucking without even knowing that they're both biological brothers, and they never find out at any point in time afterwards. Why would that be morally wrong?
Well, because it's morally wrong when you have two people who willfully know that they are related and still engaging in sexual activity. What you're describing is not incest. I don't believe what you're describing is incest. Two biological brothers
fucking is incest. What do you think incest is?
Okay, but these two men cannot produce a child.
Wait. What do you think incest is?
There is no consequence or knowledge of said incest. I think you need to take into consideration that you are saying that in this scenario, these two people never know that they are brothers. Incest is the willful knowledge. Is having willful knowledge of your relation to someone and having sexual intercourse with them anyway. I think what you're talking about is a 1 in a million one-off that is never going to actually happen. Like you are shoehorning this into such a small probability scenario to make your argument that all incest is not wrong. And you are just using a strongman argument. You are just using a strongman argument here. You're wrong.
Yeah, it's a strong argument, right? That's why you can't.
No, you're using a strongman argument, which means that you are taking something and you are bottlenecking it into something ridiculous.
Over me. Please stop screaming over me, okay? Please deal with the actual argument. Incest, in no place is it ever going to be defined as the intention to have sex with somebody who's related to you. It's having intercourse with somebody who's related to you. Every single definition with incest will hold true to this. I have no idea where the fuck you got that definition. Out of your ass would probably not be a very good citation on some kind of paper if you've written anything in college about something like this. Obviously that's not the case, that incest is the intent. Nobody gives a fuck about the intent. If you're telling me that there's a situation where incest could be morally fine or morally permissible, there's this small niche situation where incest is going to be morally fine, I'm going to make the exact same statement about eating meat, right? There's going to be small situations where it's going to be morally fine.
Right, and you are comparing...
Encapsulating, it's not going to be all encapsulating.
I'm slowly dying on the inside.
You are comparing something that is a 1 in a billion probability to a 1 in a 75 probability. So these two are not the same. You are bottlenecking something.
So do you acknowledge the idea that is incest and that would be morally okay underneath your worldview?
I have a question.
I think
great.
That what you are presenting as incest is not incest.
Where did you get this definition of incest? Where the fuck did you get this definition? Nobody agrees with that definition. This is your weird niche Southern person definition of incest. You guys have some weird fucking practices down there.
Don't throw this on my fucking
please, can we be
how about we throw the definition to a dictionary? Is just looking up incest definition good for you? Would you be willing to agree to a definition just by Google?
Chat,
we can go through Merriam-Webster, we can go through Wikipedia, we can go through anything. Literally anything you want. Any dictionary. Any of them.
Can we look through the Oxford Dictionary?
Bro, incest is widely accepted as a taboo, is it not?
I don't care if it's widely accepted as a taboo. I'm asking
Answer
if it's morally
my
wrong.
fucking questions.
Of course it is. I don't care if it's widely accepted as a taboo. I'm asking whether it's morally wrong or not.
So for it to be considered morally wrong, there would have to be the presence of a problem that in your scenario nobody is aware of.
Wait. So for
a problem in your scenario that cannot result in a child. that would show that they are related. So if these two people never find out that they're fucking related, then I don't see how there is an argument for moral anything.
Okay, so
wait. Gay incest is okay?
Oh my God,
so
Jesus
wait,
Christ.
So it would be morally wrong, would it?
I'm leaving.
Wait,
would it be morally wrong?
I'm confused.
No, it would not be morally wrong for two people to sleep together, not knowing that they were related. No, I don't think that's morally wrong.
There's a situation where two people could sleep together who are related and not be morally wrong.
Correct. There is one situation in a billion.
That would be described as incest, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
your definition, sure.
Well, no, by everybody's definition, except for your weird fuck definition.
Okay.
This isn't my definition. This is the definition. This is the definition you find in every single dictionary.
No, you have found a weird incestual homosexual Schrodinger's cat and shoved it in a box up my ass. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know if you feel like you're getting something shoved up your ass. You're kind of getting fucked in this conversation. You think incest is like, it has to do with the intent of the given individuals? Like, that seems to be a weird fuck definition.
I think for something to be real, it has to be provable. So if you have an instance that is not provable, you have Schrodinger's cat, which is both, I guess, incest and not incest at the same time, right? Because you have to be able to prove something.
What do you mean to make something real?
Oh my God, Jesus, I'm leaving.
Wait.
What do you mean for something to be real? It has to be provable. Are things that we like haven't been discovered yet? Are those not provable? Like the amount of atoms in the sun.
No, that would be called a theory. That's why science uses the word theory. How many atoms are there in the sun?
How many atoms are there in the sun? Can you prove that to me?
I'm not arguing with you.
Well, how many atoms are in the sun?
No.
Under your worldview, there should be no atoms in the sun. There should be no set number of atoms in the sun. But we all know there is. There clearly is. There's clearly a right answer to that question, even if we can't prove what the right answer is.
Bunk.
Yeah,
I have a counterpoint.
When you have science that you can't prove, that's when you call it a theory, not a fact. Do you see the difference?
But there's going to be some underlying fact of the matter. Whether we know that there's a fact or not has nothing to do with the actual underlying fact of the matter. You're confusing epistemology with ontology.
No, you are making a moral situation out of something that can't be a moral situation.
What do you mean it can't be a moral situation?
Because for it to be a moral situation, that would require there to be a moral question to ask. No one in this party, except for your third-party omniscient view, can see your moral questions. So you want to have some philosophical debate about whether to...
Yeah, you're having a philosophical debate. You got into a debate about ethics, correct? You're in a philosophical conversation. Ethics is a form of philosophy.
So when you tell me not to interrupt you and you cut me off so that you can make me lose my train of thought and make yourself sound better, Bunk, you're not doing yourself any favors. Like, stop. Let me finish my sentence before you interrupt me, or I'm not going to have this conversation with you.
Hey, Clancy, I have a quick question.
Oh my God, what is it?
What kind of soup should I make?
Oh my God, just let them do their fucking debate. Holy shit, that's what I came here for. Christ.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I chose chicken noodle.
Oh my God. All right, what?
You told me to shut up and let you get to the point, yet you're not talking.
When did you want me to talk? When they were talking to each other?
Yeah, you told me to shut up. I assumed you would start talking. And I'll just like wait there silently.
When there is a moment for me to speak, I will speak. Don't speak to me like I'm a child.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for speaking to you like you're a child. I'm big sorry about that.
All I am saying...
I died in Call of Duty.
I fucking quit.
What I'm saying is...
Wait, no, Amber, come back!
What moral philosophy is. Like...
Okay.
God damn it, Ghosty!
Was that?
Can we stop letting retards in the call just for 2 seconds?
I'm taking Ghosty out for 20 minutes. I've removed his penis privilege, chat. I'm sorry, his penis has been revoked.
The bottom line of what I am trying to say is the argument you're making is apples and oranges. The comparison you're making is a third-person omniscient, like a philosophical view, and another one you're talking about is a real-life practice.
We're talking about an argument
You're talking about something that a lot of people do versus something that nobody's doing.
I don't care if a lot of people do something.
Oranges
a lot of people can do something that's morally wrong.
Compare something that is relative to the conversation.
Yeah, this is a comparison that's relative to the conversation. I'm giving you an example of a moral statement.
Oh
my God, or do you want interruptions or do you not want interruptions? Holy shit.
Can I talk about incestuous
Do you want to do the thing where we go part by part?
I'm sorry, Bunk.
Okay, fantastic. Please just shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. It's 100% analogous, okay? I'm giving you an example of a time that you'd be okay with making a moral statement, even though every single situation when this is going to happen is not going to be morally impermissible. In the same way that we can make moral statements about something that we don't hold categorical rules for, we can make moral statements about eating meat.
I think both of
Do you
you
not
are on the
understand that?
same side.
What are you confused
Shut
about?
I am at this point going to agree to disagree with you, Bunk.
Okay, I think that you should probably find an argument next time before you get into a philosophy debate, but okay.
God damn it, Bunk, stop antagonizing.
That was cute. That was cute.
I think it was cute that you tried to come up with an argument and just had to default to agree to disagree.
No, I have an argument here that what
No,
you're...
you fucking don't. You said
That's
that like
why
what
I
makes
said I was
things
done
real
arguing
is
with
them
you,
being
Bunk, because you're
provable.
not fucking listening, and there's no
What
point
makes
in
things
arguing.
real is them
I
being
would have a
provable.
better conversation with a brick wall. You don't listen when somebody else speaks. You are waiting for your turn to speak. You're not listening to me. You are not listening to me, Bunk. I had a great conversation with you last night, but when you get into these arguments with people, you listen to respond. You don't listen to understand.
Yeah,
That
I'm trying
is
to
why-
respond to your arguments. Yes.
Right, but you also need to listen to understand what I'm saying.
I'm understanding what you're saying. It's stupid and dumb. I'm telling you why it's
Maggot
stupid and dumb.
edits. I am not smart enough to stop either side. That's why I'm just letting it
Well, do you
go
have any
on. I'm not
objections to the
smart
actual
enough.
argument? You're just saying, oh yeah, but
Yeah, I
there's a
have
different
an
percentage of
objection
people.
to
There's a
your
different percentage of
bullshit
people.
fucking.
Where's
your
the
bullshit
threshold?
fucking
How do you justify the
bottleneck
threshold
of
that
a
you have?
goddamn argument that you're trying to make here for some ridiculous analogy, in which you are playing God
You
to
just keep
people that
saying
don't
you're
know their own
playing
lives.
God.
But you know. So that makes some moral argument here. That's fucking ridiculous.
Well, yeah, things can be
Get a
morally true
life.
that things are wrong without people knowing that they're morally wrong. You can do things unknowingly that are going to be morally wrong.
Can we stop talking about fucking siblings
Right? Like if I'm
and meat
legally
and talk
insane,
about
right?
soup?
Actually, here's a statement, okay? We can imagine a world where there are only two people, okay? We can imagine a world. Now, if we imagine this world where there's only two people, one of these people are completely insane, right? They have no idea what they're doing. They're like fucking Team Fortress 2 Meet the Pyro. They got the Pyrovision goggles on, okay? And they go around and they chop up that other person. Now, we can make a statement that it would be better had that action not happened, correct? Even if somebody else isn't there to view it, we can make the statement that would still be morally wrong.
Is soup illegal?
I'm sorry, do
How
you
about
subscribe
this?
to some kind of idea that things are only morally wrong as insofar as we feel they're morally wrong? Or like, what do you think makes things morally wrong?
What is morality?
Morality is what we have impartial reason to do.
What is love?
My point is that the two arguments that you're trying to make here don't they're not symbiotic in any way. They don't relate to each other. They don't stand together in any
perfectly
way.
relate to each other. I
I don't
explained
agree.
repeatedly how they relate to each other. Yeah, you don't agree
Because your argument of
Is this like,
your
this is the equivalent of just going,
okay,
nuh-uh.
see, so okay. This is why I'm not arguing with you, Bunk, because you don't want to give me space to speak. You're not listening to me.
Actually, hold on. I'll give you
You
2
don't
minutes,
care
and
what
you
I
can give me 2
actually have to
minutes
say. You
respond,
just
okay?
want an opportunity to insult me.
I'll give you
How
2
about
minutes to
this?
talk, and then I can respond for 2 minutes. That sound good?
I like that, yes.
Okay, go for it.
Go for what? I have literally one thing left to say as my closing point
Okay,
to
then say
your
it, say it, say it,
argument.
say it.
Okay, go make a closing
Is that
statement.
what
I'll
you
make a
are
closing
saying
statement.
is apples and oranges? You are comparing two people that don't know that they're related, that go through their entire lives until death, never knowing they were related, and arguing some moral grandstand here that is wrong. I mean, sure, I guess on paper it's wrong, but in real life practice, it doesn't work that way. So when you're arguing that eating meat is the same as raping a dog, I don't think that these two things are mutually exclusive. I don't think these two things are the same. And I don't think that there's an argument for eating meat being morally wrong because two men that never knew they were related fucked each other. Period.
Okay, everything you said was completely fucking retarded. When it comes
God
to
fuck
the
you.
ways
that right there,
people,
Bunk. When have I opened any of my arguments?
Let him respond. Let him respond. Ember.
No, I will not let him fucking respond. Bunk, can you do a thing where you don't open your argument with an insult? Because that's not having a discussion with somebody.
Being retarded.
Then I'm leaving. So you don't have. I don't have to hear what you have to say because you want to be a douchebag.
Apples to oranges.
So you can just keep talking, and that's
Oh my God, Ember, shut up.
As soon as I can get my fucking self out of this call, I'm leaving.
Okay. You said that the argument was disanalogous, and I'm comparing apples to oranges. You never gave me a reason why it was disanalogous. You just said it was disanalogous. You can just say that things are like apples to oranges. You could just say that you can't compare them. I think I perfectly demonstrated why it's relevant to the argument. Why it's relevant to argument is this. The incest argument is relevant to this argument in this way that not because not every single situation where incest is involved is going to be wrong, but we can make the broad moral statement. Just give me 1 second, Slug, okay? We can make the broad moral statement that incest is wrong. We can make that statement and it can still be true regardless if there's going to be one situation where it is not the case, right? I don't think it's necessarily wrong. I don't think eating meat is necessarily wrong. I think that the ways that people, by majority, go out to get meat to eat are going to be morally wrong. I think that paying somebody to rape an animal so that you can go eat its offspring, I think that is something that's morally wrong. It is morally wrong for the same reasons that raping an animal is. That it causes some kind of bad experience for the given animal, and we value experiences when it comes to morality because it's what we have impartial reason to do. Okay.
Sound pad is closed. It's not going to be played.
I also, Slug started the debate. Yeah, she literally started the debate about veganism. I didn't come here picking for a debate. Somebody started a debate with me, and then they started saying like insane retard shit. They started accusing me of like bottlenecking them in the argument, or like doing tricky debate tactics, and then got upset whenever I started being mean to them. Of course I'm gonna be mean to you after you start saying retard shit, and start accusing me of like going about things in a bad faith way. Of course I am. I heard this before on Destiny. I've not been able to come up with an actual reason why incest itself is morally wrong. Why is it? Then please tell me why it's morally wrong in every situation. It's not. That's my point, right? But you can still make the statement. If you would make the statement that incest is morally wrong, you can still make the same statement that it is morally wrong to what would be an example? That it's morally wrong to eat meat. And the same reason that we can make the statement that it's morally wrong to like rape a child, even though we can come up with hypothetical situations where it could be morally permissible. For example, let's say there's like a situation where you have to rape a child to like save the planet. It's going to blow up if you don't rape a kid. That could be like a given situation. There are going to be situations where any given action is going to be morally permissible. The only categorical rule I hold to is whatever maximizes utility. That utility being defined as preferable experience over dispreferable experience. Whatever maximizes that is what's going to be morally right. So why is incest wrong? The statement incest is wrong is correct because in most situations there are going to be externalities that are wrong. If you're asking why it's intrinsically wrong, I don't believe it's intrinsically wrong. That's why I brought up the point, right? I don't believe that eating meat's intrinsically wrong either. That's why I brought up the argument, because people are willing to make moral statements about things like this all the time, but whenever it comes to making moral statements about things that they do, they have like a breakdown.